very good morning to our respected principal, teachers and all my dear friends. I, Ms. Prakriti Vishwakarma of class 9th A would like to welcome you all for the virtual celebration of Science Day. So let's begin the celebration of this auspicious day by a well-known quote. Ask the right questions and the nature will open the doors to her secrets. This famous quote was said by a famous Indian physicist, Mr. C.V. Raman. Mr. C.V. Raman invented the Raman effect based on scattering of light, for which he received the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1930. So, let's begin the celebration of the virtual Science Day through some valuable information about the importance of the day. So, here we have Master Mohammad Arsalan of class 8th B who would brief us about the importance of the day.
Good morning friends and good morning teacher. My name is Mohammad Arsalan from standard 8B and today I am going to tell you importance about the National Science Day, that is today. So on 20th February 1928, Dr. C.V. Raman announced his discovery which is known as Raman effect. And for his discovery in 1930, he won the Nobel Prize in Physics. He was the first Indian and the first Asian to win the Nobel Prize in Physics. So, in his honor, we celebrate National Science Day. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much Arsalan for sharing such a valuable information on the importance of this day. Physics is a branch of science that deals with matter, motion and force, energy, etc. Matter includes heat, light, radiation, sound, etc. Since Raman effect is based on scattering of light, here we have Master Aryabhat Sinkar of class 8th A who would be demonstrating us an experiment based on scattering of light, also known as Tyndall effect.
Hello everyone, my name is Aryabhat Sinkar and I am studying in class 8A. Today I am going to show you the phenomenon of scattering of light. So the materials required for this experiment are 2 glass bottles filled with water, some sugar, some milk and a laser light gun. So here in the first glass bottle I have already added some sugar into it and it is completely dissolved. So here I am going to switch on the laser light gun. So here we can see a very thin beam or path of the light. The intensity of the beam is very thin. So now here in the second glass bottle I have already added some milk into it. So here let's see what happens. I am going to switch on the laser light gun. So here the intensity of the laser beam is thicker than the sugar water mixture. So why does it happen? So the reason for this phenomenon is that the milk particles completely scatter throughout the water. The light coming from the laser light gun hits one of these particles and the particle scatters the light, so we can see the path of the light. Some light goes through these particles, but then they hit another particle and thus they also get scattered. So here we can conclude from this experiment that it is the property of tiny particles. When light hits them, they reflect the light and thus we can see the path or beam of the light. So so the size of the sugar particle is less than 1 nanometer and so the intensity of the beam is so small that and it is thin. So whereas compared to milk, the intensity of the beam is thick than the sugar water mixture. And so I hope I have clearly explained this. Thank you.
Aryabhat, that was really amazing. Friends, have you ever seen the blue sky in a glass? So here we have Master Tahir Dohadwala of class 7th A who would be demonstrating the Raman spectroscopy through his activity of blue sky in a glass. Tahir will also tell you about the application of Raman spectroscopy through his activity.
Hello everyone, my name is Tahir Dohadwala from class 7th A. Dr. C.V. Raman was working on scattering of light by various objects and he discovered the Raman effect. and he also got the Nobel Prize in 1913. So now I am going to demonstrate an activity or experiment on scattering of light. The materials required are milk, a torchlight or flashlight, and a glass of water. So first we have to pour only 2-3 drops of milk into the water. So I'll just pour it. So 3 drops I have poured into it, and now we'll stir it. So now as you can see, it's transparent. So now let's start the experiment. So now you can see that the water is almost transparent, and now let's on the flashlight and see what happens. So now you can see a faint bluish color in the glass. There is a lot of difference into it. First it was a transparent white, it was very transparent, and now you can see a bluish color into it. I'll show you. So now you can see bluish color. The reason behind this is that the molecules of this colloidal solution scatter the blue light. Hence we see a faint bluish color into the glass. Thank you so much. Hello everyone, my name is Tahir Dohadwala from 7th A, and now I am going to tell you the applications of Raman spectroscopy. First, in medical, it is used to detect cancer cells in the body and to study the structures of bones. Second, in chemistry, Raman spectroscopy is used to study the chemical bonds and the structure of molecules. Third, security reasons. Raman spectrometer is used by the narcotic squads and airport to detect drugs. It is also used to detect hazardous chemicals, explosives and gases carried by terrorists. And in geology, Raman spectroscopy is used to identify various minerals and precious stones. Thank you.
That was really mind-blowing, Tahir. Friends, do you know there's a new lamp come out in the market? The name of the lamp is Lava Lamp, and the fact is that you can actually make it at home by yourself. Want to know how? Here we have Miss Rujita Mane of class 7th A who will be demonstrating this.
Hi everybody, myself Rujita, and I'm from class 7th A. So today on account of Science Day, I'm going to perform a small experiment on lava lamp. So the things we need are vinegar, that's normal vinegar, vegetable oil or any other oil, 2 to 3 tablespoons baking soda, food color, whichever food color you want, and a transparent glass or a container, you can say transparent, so which you can observe. And now we need a torch also. So what we'll do is now we'll take a glass and add some oil in it. Minimally this much oil you'll add, or you can add more if your container is big. I'll add this much. Okay. So now I'll add in this I'll add 2 spoons baking soda, 2 tablespoons baking soda. This is the baking soda, and this is the 2 tablespoons. So yeah, this I added baking soda. So I'll keep this aside, and we need 1 more glass, so we'll add vinegar in it. We'll take this much vinegar, little bit I don't know, vinegar, and we'll add some food color. You can take any food color. We'll add as much as food color you want to come the bubbles color. So we added food color. Now we have got 2 solutions. This is the baking soda, vinegar and vegetable oil and baking soda, and this one is the vinegar and food color, so it became red color, you can see. So now we'll add all in it. So now we have added vegetable oil and baking soda here. Now we'll slightly put this solution in it. Now, whoa. You can see slowly, all the bubbles are coming up. The bubbles will come up, you can see. Like all the bubbles are coming up. So now we have closed the lights and this is the torch, so we can observe like it will look cool. From above you will notice that the things are coming like the vinegar is coming up. You can put the flashlight, mobile flash or torch also to observe how it's coming. I'll show you. The bubbles are coming up. You can observe it. So the reason behind the lava lamp is the vinegar and vegetable oil has different densities. So the vinegar has more density than the vegetable oil. So the vinegar settles at the bottom of the vegetable oil and it reacts. When the vinegar touches the bottom, it reacts with the baking soda and then the bubbles start coming. So this is all the reasons behind the lava lamp.
Wow, Rujita, that was really amazing. I would definitely try it at home. So friends, we can actually apply the laws of physics in our day-to-day life. Moving towards the next branch of science, that is chemistry. Chemistry is the study of matter and the chemical reactions between substances. Do you know why do we take ENO to stop acidity? So to demonstrate the chemical reaction that exactly takes place in our stomach would be explained by Ms. Soumya Mishra of class 9th A.
Hello everyone, I am Soumya Mishra from 9th A and today on the occasion of Science Day, I am going to perform an experiment on acid-base neutralization reaction. So as we all know that in our stomach, juices such as bile and trypsin are produced for digestion of food. But when these acids are secreted in larger amount can cause acidity which can lead to ulcers in severe cases. So in order to control this acidity, we take in some base like ENO which forms salt and water with the release of CO2 that gives us immediate relief. So for this experiment, the materials that are needed are vinegar, also known as acetic acid, and baking soda, which is also known as sodium bicarbonate. So first of all, we will put some baking soda into a glass container. Now, we will add some vinegar into the baking soda. You can see effervescence are formed due to the release of CO2, and when this CO2 is released in excess amount, it can turn lime water milky and extinguish a candle. So therefore it is proved that CO2 is released in an acid-base neutralization reaction. Thank you.
That was really informative. Friends, do you know something? Soumya would also be demonstrating in front of you the technique of detecting the presence of fats and proteins in milk. Let's see how she does it.
Hello everyone, I am Soumya Mishra from 9th A and today on the occasion of Science Day I am going to perform an experiment to check the presence of fat in milk. As we all know that milk is rich in protein, but let's check does it have fat or not. So for this experiment we need milk, soap water and food color. First of all, pour the milk into a container or plate. Now, with the help of a dropper, put few drops of food color into the milk. You can see I have added the food color into the milk. Now, with the help of a earbud, add some soap water into the milk, into the center of the food color. Oh, you can see how beautifully the color spreaded into the milk, forming swirls of food color. This happened because When few drops of soap water are added into the milk with food color, the soap water decreases the surface tension of the milk and reacts with the fat particles. The interaction of the soap water and fat particles causes the fat particles to move apart, creating swirls of food color. Therefore, it is proved that milk contains fat. Thank you.
Wow, Soumya, what a mind-blowing technique. So friends, as you can see that we can even apply chemistry in our day-to-day life. Moving towards the next branch of science, that is biology. Biology is the science of life and living organisms. Living organisms and animals like us require oxygen for breathing. Do you know where we get this oxygen from? Yes, you're right. We get oxygen from plants. So here we have Master Rishi Bastia of class 7A who would demonstrate that plants produce oxygen. Through this video of Rishi, there is also a social message.
Hello everyone, myself Rishi Santosh Bastia of class 7th A. Here on the occasion of National Science Day, I will be presenting a biology experiment to you. So now, our topic for the experiment is plants produces oxygen in the process of photosynthesis. So let's see what is our requirements. So we will be needing a glass bowl with hot water in it, a leaf, a coin which will be acting as a weight, and some tweezers. So let's start our experiment. So in the hot water, with the help of a tweezers, I will be placing the leaf upside down in the water. And as a weight, I will take this coin and place in the middle of the leaf so that it gets drawn. Now, why hot water? Because the oxygen inside the plant will come up and the result can be seen. And why upside down? Because most of the stomata are present backside of the plant. So now let's see our observations. So now, as you can see, some smaller bubbles and some larger bubbles which are indicating as oxygen. So, what is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is the process when a plant makes its own food with the help of water and carbon dioxide in the presence of sunlight. So, we can conclude that plants produces oxygen in the process of photosynthesis. And one more thing. These days, we are cutting a lots of trees, which have a more impact on the percentage of oxygen in the atmosphere. These are causing deaths of people in several countries. And I request all of you not to cut trees at all. Try to take every advantage but not to cut trees at all. Thank you.
Wow, Rishi, that was really amazing. Thank you so much for the message. Friends, I hope so you'll actually take care of the plants around you. Since we all are living beings, we all require food for growth and development. We all love to eat foodstuffs like cheese, butter, etc. But these foodstuffs contain lots of fats which is not good for our health. So, here we have Miss Soumya Mishra of class 9th A who will demonstrate how fats accumulate in our body.
Hello everyone, I am Soumya Mishra from 9th A and today on the occasion of Science Day I am going to perform an experiment in which we will see how fat is stored in our body. So for this experiment the materials that are required are water, oil, spoon, salt and food color. So first of all we will put few drops of food color into the oil. Let's put some more. and now we will mix it. The food color does not dissolve in oil properly but forms small particles into the oil, as you can see. Now the second step is to add the oil into the glass of water. So I will add the oil. You see, I have added the oil into the water. Now I will add small amount of salt into the water. Here I have added, and now I will mix it well. So after the experiment you can see the solution. In this we can see that even after mixing well, the oil does not dissolve in water and make a layer above it, whereas the food color and salt dissolve in the water. So from this experiment we can see that the oil which acted as a fat does not store or digest, or we can say diffuse in our blood, but it makes a layer over our body which can be seen as fat in our body, and whereas the other minerals and vitamins like salt and food color can be dissolved by our body and blood. So therefore it is proved that consuming more amount of fat can be harmful to our body, because it can make layers of skin or fat on our body and can increase our cholesterol level, making our metabolism weak and damaging our body. Thank you.
Soumya, that was really very amazing and exciting too. So friends, science is not only about learning new concepts but also utilizing them in our day-to-day lives. Friends, have you ever wondered what the full form of science would be? Wait, let me tell you. Systematic, comprehensive investigation and exploration of natural causes and its effects. This us to the end of our program. I would like to thank our principal, Ms. Shweta Dalvi, and our secondary section coordinator, Mr. Rahman Khan, for organizing the Virtual Day Science Celebration. I would also like to thank all our science teachers for their guidance, motivation and support throughout the making of this program. I would also like to thank all of you for giving us your precious time. Send us lots of likes on this video. Hope so you all have enjoyed the video. Wishing you all a very happy Science Day. Stay happy, stay safe. Thank you.